I just made myself a little matcha for a little afternoon pick-me-up. I was gonna go to a cafe, but I was like, I have the stuff to make it at home. It'll cost a lot less and it tastes pretty good. So what I've been doing for my matchas, I've been going back and forth between hot and cold, but I will use pistachio milk because I really like the taste of pistachio milk now. I tried some at a cafe that I liked going to, and they moved to a new location, like temporaries, but they have shorter hours now, so I would go there over the weekends, but they are not open on the weekends anymore. So, because I think their other location is like being redone or something like that, but use pistachio milk, tried it at that place first, and I I flavor the matcha with some honey and some almond creamer, which is brown sugar. I just kind of like top it off as you see. And I put it in a La La Land cup to kind of make it look like I went to La La Land, but I did not. So there's my little matcha. I do like my matchas on the sweeter side, so that's why I have all these sweeteners. But I know some people are more into like the earthy matchas, but I'm personally not a fan of those. But I just wanted to update you guys because I hadn't updated yet in this vlog, but today I am kind of staying home. I had some stomach issues yet again in the morning, so I wasn't feeling too great in the morning and didn't really want to be on camera. So it is like 2:40 and I'm just now updating you, but I have had a really good writing day. I'm doing my thing where I will write like for an hour and then stop and like do other things like chores and stuff, and then I will go back to writing for an hour. And I just took a break from writing to watch Welcome to Derry, which is the new show on HBO Max. I don't know when it came out, but I keep seeing it on Instagram and like people keep talking about it, and I have not watched the It movies with Bill Skarsgård as It, but I've watched the original. I think it was like a made-for-TV series, and it was like a mini series movie situation, I think, like a long time ago. I have watched that, and I probably watched it a little too young because I was like terrified. So I'm watching this new show during the day because it does get really creepy at times. And yeah, I really like it actually. It's really interesting. There's like a lot of psychological thriller stuff happening, and it's kind of scary. It's definitely like horror, like stuff is going on. Some weird stuff is going on in this town. But I liked how it like opened with kind of setting the stage of like who It was and like how he became. So I really liked that. And it's set in the 50s, which I have written a show. It's just a pilot that I wrote in school that I set in the 50s, and it was a vampire show. So I just love like historical paranormal stuff, so I'm really enjoying it, but definitely needs to be watched during the day for me because there will be like really scary scenes, like especially around the midpoint and like the end of the episode, and I'm just like terrified. So just sat down to watch that, and I think I'm gonna write for a little bit more. I came up with a new opening for the book that I'm currently writing, and because I realized I needed a little bit more of like Parker and his backstory in the beginning. It's like his home life to kind of understand how he is at the start of the book. So I'm going to add that to the beginning, and it'll lead to like that scene that I talked about at the beach. So yeah, I'm going to sit down and write that. And then I think after, I have some laundry going on, I'm washing my sheets, but after I write that, I think that'll probably be my last writing session of the day, and I might start decorating my Christmas tree, which you see back there. I have a fake tree, but it has the flock on it, and I put it up yesterday, but I'm going to actually put the ornaments on it, and I have some like Christmassy pillows. I don't have a lot of Christmas decorations, but I have some, so I need to get started on that because it's already like first week of December has flown by. So need to get on it. I typically leave my Christmas decorations like after my birthday, which is January 14th. So like after Martin Luther King weekend. So yeah, that is the plan for the rest of the day. And then after I put my ornaments on, I'll probably have to vacuum my floors because some of the ornaments I have are very sparkly. So I'm sure some of the sparkles will fall off. I'm going to sit down and write and drink my matcha. Hi everyone. So it is Tuesday morning. I have not updated you guys at all, but honestly, I didn't really want to be on camera over the weekend. I did do some writing over the weekend, but I just didn't feel like vlogging. I did react to a couple of videos on Saturday, but I just wasn't really in the mindset to film anything. And okay, sorry, I wanted to bring you guys around because I didn't like the angle I had you guys in. That's usually my reaction angle, but not my vlogging angle. But anyways, I didn't feel like vlogging this weekend, so I did a lot of B-roll over the weekend, some B-roll, but I was just in a weird headspace, especially after hearing about what's been going on in the movie industry. If you haven't heard, Netflix bought Warner Brothers, which is like a huge deal. I don't know what exactly it means. They bought like Warner Brothers Discovery, which includes like HBO Max and all of these different things. And now Paramount is trying to outbid them. So, and like basically trying to outbid them with shareholders. I don't know what all this means, but it is a little daunting. I do know in terms of movies, like premieres and stuff are going to be a little shorter. And I'm sure there will be some cuts of like jobs and stuff. So it's just like a little daunting and like there's a lot of unknown, and that really kind of sucks for someone who's trying to get into the entertainment industry as a writer. But if streaming is going to take over that means like the writers' rooms will get even smaller. I mean, they're already pretty small now, and like it's been really hard to even find just like a production gig. So I am just a little like annoyed. And also hearing like MTV is basically gonna go dark at the end of the year. It's just like so many things are happening and so many things are changing in the industry. And I was left like with a lot of questions of like, do I just wanna give up and like pursue something else? I do still wanna write. I still love writing. I haven't been able to get a lot of people to read my scripts, so that's been a challenge, and I can't afford every single competition that's out there. So I try to be careful with like what competitions I enter. I was using Coverfly to enter competitions, but that went away with everything going on with DEI. There's a lot of things that are going away. So that went off the face of the earth. So they moved to stage 32. So I've been using that and like Film Freeway to enter competitions. I've been mainly using Film Freeway for like my web series that I've shot and filmed in grad school. And then I've been using, or I haven't really used stage 32 since I like switched over, but I was mainly using Coverfly to enter those competitions. And yeah, I have not entered one since. But before all that happened, my script did land on the red list, which is like one of the higher lists on, I think like the blacklist and the red list are like the two highest lists, I think. And because I entered in quite a few competitions for my thesis project and I made it to like the quarterfinalists for a lot of those competitions. I just haven't gotten like a lot of other people to read it. And like that was my passion project in school. And I really want other people to read it because I love that project. It's called Blood Bond and it's a historical vampire show. And I just worked so hard on it. So I want it to become something. And I just started watching it, which, or Welcome to Derry, the new mini, I don't know if it's a mini series. I think it's just a series, but the new show on HBO Max that is about it. And it is a historical, like paranormal. So I was shocked when that came out because I feel like a lot of people are also moving away from like fantasy historical because they're all very expensive to shoot. But like I've seen a lot of like real world of comedies, a lot of medical dramas, like that kind of stuff because they're easier and cheaper to shoot and they don't take as much time to shoot as well. So I feel like a lot of people have been going away from this genre and I'm more of a genre writer, so that's also been kind of like hard to grapple with. Like I really struggle with writing like real world stuff. I don't know why. I mean, this movie that I'm writing, the K K-pop movie that I'm writing is more real world, but like there's like an actual world happening still like with the world of K-pop. So it's not just like typical romantic comedy. And then I did write The Great Gatsby, which was more modern. So I think I just have to like find a way to write real world stuff that I can relate to and stuff that is like fun to me. I just don't, I don't know. It's so hard for me to explain, but I find it really hard to write like real world stuff because for me, when I watch TV shows, I watch them to escape and to get into a new headspace and just to forget about what's going on in my own world. So, yeah. But like I do watch something like This Is Us. I watched that to the very end and like I'm currently watching The Pit, which is really good. I really like that show. It's got Noah Wiley from ER and it's another emergency room drama, but the script is really good because there's like some funny moments that happen in there and they don't focus too much on the romances, which is kind of why I stopped watching medical dramas, but they kind of like hint at like potential romances. but they don't go too far deep into like the weeds. Like they really focus on like the patients and like the ER room and the challenges of like working at an ER room. And I really like it. It's really good. There's 15 episodes. I'm on like episode 10. So, I mean, there's some stuff that I watch that are set in the real world, but it really has to like grip me, like hold my attention to watch it and to write it. So, yeah, I did write a funny like spec script for Euphoria when I was in school, and I actually enjoyed that. But again, like I feel like I could kind of make it weird and like kooky because like she's a drug addict. So I feel like it was interesting trying to like get in her head, and I could kind of make it fantastical just like slightly. And I like her like tone of voice, so I was really trying to play with that. So like there are some things that I do like writing in modern times, but yeah. And I do have a sports drama that I do want to write for a TV show, but I have not gotten into that yet. But anyways, I just wanted to update you guys, tell you what's been going on, and I've just been feeling a little let down with everything. So there we are. I did write my book over the weekend, and I tried to write a new opening scene. I didn't love it, so I scrapped it. Like last night, I just scrapped it. I didn't like how it was written, so I'm gonna change it up a little bit. And like I still want this to be like a new opening scene versus what I had before, but I'm just gonna like change it up a little bit. And then yesterday I wrote Project K-pop, which I wrote like a part of this fun and games section, which to me is like the hardest section to write. And I feel like I've followed other writers who have the same issues. Like they have a really hard time writing the fun and games section. And I feel like I write a really strong beginning and a really strong end and like really strong like midpoints and all that stuff. Like certain beats I write really strongly, but it's like the build up to get there is the struggle for me. And again, like trying not to do too much dialogue is also a struggle. But yeah, just wanted to update you on what's going on because I have not done that yet. And this weekend was kind of like just a relaxing weekend. I was so exhausted for some reason. I was just like exhausted. I think I'm just like ready for vacation, which is also the issue. So, yeah, I've got a couple weeks before my vacation, which I'm excited for. I will probably still vlog over vacation because, like, I can bring this mic and I can bring my phone, obviously, and my computer, but I don't know how much reacting I'll be able to get done. So I might have to like binge react to some things at a certain point so that like stuff will be posted throughout the week so that you're not left like, where is she? Because the last time I took this break, I just kind of like took a break altogether. Like I didn't edit anything, I didn't work on anything, and I just like read and just chilled, hung out with friends. And I want to do that too because I'm going to two different places for my vacation. I'm going to Texas to visit my some of my family, and then I'm also going to the Bay Area to spend New Year's with my friends. One friend who is the only friend who really likes going out. Yeah, we that's what the Christmas plans are going to be. So I might just have to binge record and edit so that I don't have to post at all because I'll be gone like in the span of 2 weeks. I think it's like 9 days or something like that. But yes, that is what's happening. I am still reading my best friend's exorcism. I'm almost done with it. I'm ready to get this book done and over with. It's okay. I'm not loving it. I do like the horror elements of it. Like he writes really good horror, but I don't love the characters. So I'm just not digging it. I also don't love the dialogue, which makes me not really like the characters. So yeah, that's what's been going on with reading. I'm almost done with Bury Our Bones in the Midnight Soil. Is that what it's called? The B. Schwab book. I'm listening to that on audiobook and I'm enjoying it a lot more now. There's some things happening that I'm really liking. So I am enjoying that. I don't think it's my favorite book of hers though. But I also think that's just like the audiobook issue. Like I do love B. Schwab's writing, but with the dual timelines and stuff like that, it's like kind of hard to remember which timeline I'm in and whose perspective I'm reading from. So that's been quite the challenge. And I don't love the narrators. Like I don't like the narrator in the book. So I think that's taking my enjoyment out of the book. But I am enjoying like what's happening right now in the book. And I'm curious of what's to come in the future. I didn't realize it was gonna be so LGBTQ plus. So liking that. But yeah, those are the updates. I didn't mean this to be a long update. I'm trying to get my vlogs to like 30 minutes for the week. So who knows when I'll chat with you guys next. Because today's going to be quite busy. And like I might just update you guys on Thursday and let you guys know what's been going on. So yeah, I will chat with you all later. So I wanted to close out this weekly vlog because it is Friday and I'm going to be starting my new vlog soon. But I wanted to give you guys an update on everything. I have been working away, writing away. I feel like my last update was like a little depressing, but I think my headspace that day was just not the best, especially with everything going on in the industry. But I kind of just was like not feeling very positive and just there was a lot of uncertainty. So, as someone who's trying to get into this industry, it's been really difficult. I have tried networking, I've done all the things, and I feel like everyone's just saying all the same stuff that the industry is really, really slow right now, and it's just not really a good time to be in this industry. So I think that's where like my headspace was, but I still definitely want to write. And I've been having a lot of fun writing. Right now, I'm currently working on Project Dream Saga, and I'm actually going to change things up. This is kind of my writing process. I will start writing something, and if I don't like the flow of it, I will completely change what my initial like plan was with it. So obviously, I was going to try and write a film for Project Saga or Dream Saga. And I don't know if I told you that's the new name of it. I initially had it as Project K-pop, but now it is Project Dream Saga. So that is the title. But I initially had it set as a movie. And the thing is, I don't think I am a movie writer. I have tried writing movies. I obviously in school we wrote films and I also wrote an adaptation just to have it like on my portfolio because IP is such a big thing in film right now. So I just wrote that. I don't know when I'm going to outline it, but it's there. It's in the ether. And I just come to the realization that I am definitely more of a TV writer. I just love spending more time with my characters. For me, it's really hard to write something that has to be wrapped up in 120 pages, especially because I like to world build. I like to do all these things, and I feel like 120 pages is just not enough. But I also don't want my movie to be 4 hours long. So I think I'm just more of a TV writer. And, you know, everyone has their own preference, whether or not they're a TV writer or a movie writer. I just personally love spending more time with my characters. So we are outlining a beat sheet. That's what I was just doing when I showed you, outlining a beat sheet for Project Dream Saga. And I also realized, like, because I kept saying, like, I need a real world, like, script because that's where a lot of TV is headed right now. And I was like, well, this could be the real world script. Like, there's not a lot of fantastical elements to the script. So I was like, this could be my what I decide to write as my real world script. And it's something that I find enjoyable. It's something that I feel like needs to be talked about. And I think it's just, it will land better as a TV series. Even if it's just like a mini series, I think it will be great as that. So we were writing the beat sheet. And for the beat sheet, I'm just plotting down like certain scenes that I want to be in the script. And then once we're done with that, we will write the actual like outline of the script. I also, it takes me a shorter time to write pilots. Obviously, they're like 60 to 65 pages. If you're writing a 1 hour, I can't write a half hour. I've tried. I've definitely tried when I had to write a Ted Lasso script and people seem to enjoy it, but I can't get a pilot into half an hour. So I was able to go a little longer because Ted Lasso kind of like teeters between comedy and drama, so like they don't really have a set time in their scripts. So yeah, I probably went a little bit over 30 pages. But you know what show does a good job at wrapping everything up in like a half hour? I mean, there's a lot of shows out there, but I really enjoyed Glenn Powell's new show. Why can't I think? It's the one where he plays like a football player, and it's kind of like a Mrs. Doubtfire situation where he uses like prosthetics to become a college athlete to kind of rewrite his tragic career ending football game. He was like a very popular like collegiate athlete, and his dad is like in the movie industry, so he like makes prosthetics. It was really funny. Chad Powers, that's what it's called, Chad Powers. And it was really funny, and like those were really short episodes, so that's like a good example. And like Abbott Elementary and stuff like that. But I just can't do half-hour shows, so this is going to be an hour long drama. And I think it blends well into dramedy as well because it is in the K-pop world. There are going to be some like funny scenes in there, and well, kind of like outrageous scenes. So that's what we will be doing. And I will probably talk more about it like over this weekend. I do have some plans. I don't know how much writing is going to get done this weekend, but I will try to get some words. And I think what I'm going to do for moving on forward is doing like weekly, not weekly, sorry, weekend vlog, just so that these aren't super long. I feel like videos on YouTube have been coming shorter and shorter, so I'm trying to do that for you guys. But I like to blabber, apparently. So, yeah, that's what's happening with the vlogs. What else? Oh, I finally finished my best friend's exorcism. And I gave it a 3-star, more like a 3.5 out of 5-star, because I really didn't like the characters and like their voices in this, and there were way too many references in my opinion. Like even the chapter headers were references of like certain songs, and I was like, I really don't need all these references. And I just didn't love the characters, but I did love how he wrote the like horror elements. Like he is a horror writer, so like I think those were really well done. And like the final scene of like the actual exorcism was like pretty funny. Was like kind of cracking up at that, and I was like, oh, that's really funny. But it was interesting because when I was reading it, I was like, this feels like more like a script. Like it doesn't feel like a novel. And like just with how he wrote it. And I've read his stuff before and I like his stuff, like I mentioned in the past, but this one was like just okay to me. I think it would have been more fun to read it physically because there's like images in the book. So there's like multimedia stuff happening, and I thought that was really interesting. And I feel like that would be so cool for like my book that I'm writing currently because it is a mystery and a fantasy, and I feel like it would be really cool to have like articles and stuff like that in the actual book. Like I love multimedia books. I really love them. But yeah, so I have to choose my next book, which I'll probably choose in the next vlog. I don't know what I want to read next. My reading has just been okay this year. It's been quite tragic. Yeah. So that's the update on reading. I only wrote one day for the between because I was like in a weird writing headspace. Like I was writing, but like not a lot. So I didn't get that much written in the between, but I wrote some more scenes for my first chapter to get more of Parker's backstory. And I'm actually going to switch over to writing into Milanote, and I will kind of show you what it looks like now in the next vlog, but I'm going to write each chapter separately because I feel like I constantly like add new scenes, and like I feel like it's just harder to write on Google Docs. I kind of like that I can make like different chapters in Milanote. So I think that's what I'm going to do moving forward, and I think that will be very helpful. And then once like I'm done with the first manuscript, I can easily just like rewrite in these little chapter bubbles that I have. So, yes, that is all the updates. And I'm going to end this vlog here. This might be kind of a longer one. So, apologies. I, again, will be moving these to weekend vlogs, and hopefully those will be a little shorter. I also don't know like what people like. Like, do people like longer vlogs or shorter vlogs? I I don't know. So, and I'm also like newer to AuthorTube, so I can't gauge. I think some videos need to be longer for like the outlining process and all that stuff, but I don't know what people like in terms of vlogging. So, yeah, and this week was kind of boring. So, I can't apologize. I work during the week, so there's not much like to show. And last weekend I kind of just had a lot of housework that I needed to do. This weekend might be a lot more fun for you guys because I have some fun things planned. But yeah, I will chat with you guys in the next vlog. If you like this, please give it a thumbs up. If you want to subscribe, definitely do, but only if you want to. And I will see you all in the next video. Bye.